Christmas soon coming, I got no funds. But what's Christmas if you ain't at mum's? What I'm supposed to do is here and wait for this little J and say,
no blasted wait.
I'ma call G and get a food on the street. I use my gyro and buy a 16. Now that's small time, but I gotta make peace. I'm so hungry, man, I just gotta eat it to a certain degree. I'm intrigued by the streets. They say misery loves company. I'm so comfy, I could fall asleep, but I can't do that. The festival layout is beautiful. The sound was beautiful. You know, we've had good drink, good food. Everybody's nice. The crowd is a really nice place, and it was a beautifully hot day as well. It's a lot nicer weather than London. I don't want this to break my stride. I don't want this to make me cry. Best to leave now.
Okay, alright.
Golden, golden bye. I don't want this to break my stride. I don't want this to make me cry. Best to leave now. Okay,
alright.
Golden, golden bye. I can't see your face on Facebook. We're no friends on Facebook. Still I wanna know that you're cool and what your status says you've been
up to.
I was the one that said it couldn't carry on, it was messing with my head. It was getting dread, I was getting pains in my chest, if you know what I mean, say
yes.
And I really wish I never met you. Never wish I caught feelings when I kissed you. 16th floor of the Hilton, and just can't get you
off my mind.
And it can become too much about ego and a bit too aggressive. And at the end of the day, hip-hop is music like everything else. I don't necessarily want to write a song to tell you that I'm better than you. I wanted to write a song to say how I feel today. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I think that if if people can appreciate that, then that's a good thing, and it helps to create balance.
I mean, I like to call myself a spoken word artist because I do spoken word, but there's a poet in the UK, or a spoken word artist in the UK, called Inuit Ellams, and he maintains that a poet can't call themselves a poet. It's for other people to call them a poet, if you know what I mean. To call yourself a poet is arrogant, but it's okay for other people. So I regard myself as a spoken word artist, but I don't get angry if someone refers to me as a poet. So it's that kind of weird.
The sad fact is, I'm so tired of you. Love, it's a weird thing, ain't it? There's a way to explain it, but I swear as well as pain, there should be joy, but we sustain the same level of mundane, and it's numbing me through. I often wondered if I'd miss you, and still has a yes to kiss you. If an issue was to hit which then it's harder now for this you. Said issue was too big to just ignore, and I walked out on you. Chances are I'd fall apart and suffer seizures of the heart as my chest begins to spark. Every second I depart, want to go back to the start, but then again, maybe I just feel new. Maybe I'd get my life on track and start to focus my attack on all the things in my life just like start to claw my passion back. Instead of living like a hack, half committed, half relaxed, I'd have nothing to lose.
This festival seems quite good because there's quite a lot of English acts who wouldn't necessarily get a lot of space on some of the bigger festivals kind of. So it's good to kind of bunch together a load of acts that are kind of from the same area, are not necessarily the same sounding, but that might appeal to the same people. So if you come in for one, chances are you'll catch a few others who you will enjoy. So it's really nice, and it's nice the different locations. I mean, this is an amazing place to have a festival. We did a festival in Hamburg called Dockville recently, and again it was similar. It's just on this dock with loads of industrial buildings, and in the UK it's generally in a field or it's not a festival. It's just, they have fields and that's it. So it's nice to get the variation. It's been great.
He's clearly awesome. So he has a fantastic beard as well.
You've seen his beard?
Tremendous beard.
You need to work on your beard.
Mainly it's his beard, really.
Yeah. Anyone that can play keyboard so well and have a great beard is pretty impressive, I think.
I think the soundtrack
Elements.
The soundtrack thing was not so much recently, but more when we were children. Like I think Blade Runner is my favorite movie, and I saw that as a kid, and I think subconsciously, like I was very into sci-fi films as a kid, so sci-fi soundtracks were like a big part of my childhood. And in the 80s, I guess he was like the archetypal soundtrack composer, So his music was always kind of around in a weird way. It's really corny as well, but I think that's kind of why we like it as well, because it's so corny.
Yeah, he has quite an epic approach to music.
But it wasn't corny at the time.
Yeah, it was. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, Chariots of Fire is pretty.
It's
pretty corny.
It's massive. It's the thing.
I'm not so big on Chariots of Fire personally, but Blade Runner was something that was in our subconscious, I think. Especially just the sounds he uses are just so out of this world, and there is one main keyboard that he uses, which is a very distinct sound that I don't think many people have utilised, and he was kind of the master of that instrument, and that was we were always curious about how he made those sounds.
So we just finished a new record, and we got hold of one of these keyboards and used it.
They're quite rare, so to find one was really exciting.
It's like having a dinosaur on your album. We had to go hunting for fossils, and we found a dinosaur and we put it on our album. It's quite fun.
Because they're rare to find dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs,
and they're big.
They're big, and you don't find them very often.
It's really hard to squeeze them into a digipack.
It's hard to take them on tour. I think.
Excess.
Lots of excess baggage.
Influences. I guess you can't help but be influenced by people you work with, especially if they're good people.
And the reason why you're working with them is because you think their music is something interesting,
That was a fun time. I guess we were doing lots of different things, all three of us individually, and I guess we're naturally very curious. So when opportunities like that come up, you tend to take them. I guess we're at a time now that we want to focus on our own things, so probably why there's been such a gap between doing those sorts of things and then us coming here under our own name, doing something.